Hi, I'm Claire and this is the Booktuber Shoutouts Tag. This tag I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I first became aware of it when Rachel from Kalanadi did it on her channel because she was very gracious and shouted me out. That is how I found Rachel's channel, which is one of my favorites and will definitely be making an appearance in this tag. So let's get started because we've got a lot of questions to go through. Number one is, who was the first booktuber you discovered and what was the video? I don't remember the exact video, but I know I came across the idea of booktube first on Christina Horner's channel. I've been watching Christina for many years, but she had a more general channel all about Harry Potter and geekery, and she switched to be more specifically about books. I was very intrigued by that and I thought, that's great, I absolutely need to see more of that. Question 2 is, who is the most recent booktuber you subscribed to? I recently subscribed to The Poptimist after I heard Jean from Bookish Thoughts talking about him in one of her recent recommendation videos. He makes very polished, well-edited videos, and from what I've seen so far, I quite like his reviewing style and how he talks about the external factors involved in liking a book as well as just what the book was. Number 3 is, did any booktubers inspire you to start your channel? The main inspiration for me to start this channel was Sana from Books and Quills, because she is originally from the Netherlands. She came to live in the UK, but she speaks English as her second language, which is a situation pretty similar to mine. I always kind of thought that maybe it wouldn't work out me making videos because I speak English as a second language, and that maybe I would sound funny or I would make mistakes, and I do, and I'm always a bit paranoid about leaving English language mistakes in or mispronunciations or things like that, but it doesn't seem to be bothering people half as much as it bothers me. Seeing that in Sana's content, seeing that she was so comfortable and that she wasn't perfect but she was still so interesting, that really gave me a little push to think that it was okay for me to do this. And I actually met Sana at a publishing event in London last Christmas, and I think I gushed that at her, so that was awkward. Number 4 is, name a booktuber who has been with you since the beginning of your channel, one of your earliest subs, and for me that would be Julianne from Bookish Brits. She is a friend of mine in real life. I pinged her on Twitter the day I started my channel going, go on, sub, so I don't have 0 people. So I don't know if it really counts. Question 5 is, name a channel that you have followed since its beginning, and for me that would be A Case for Books, which is done by Anna James. She's a British journalist and she does these really well edited, polished videos where she's not on camera but she has the books on a table with some craft paper or some little baubles. I saw her video being shared on Twitter, her first video, and I was completely blown away by just the way that she did her editing. She just has such a beautiful style, I had to stay. Question 6 is, name a booktuber whose creativity you love. First, there is Sana from Inkbones Books and Sam from Sam's Nonsense, because both of them have recently announced that they are diversifying their channels a little bit, and I find that really interesting that Sana has said that she's going to be doing more videos about geeky things, and I think she might have started a gaming channel. Sam has also said that she's going to be doing more general videos and favorites and beauty videos and things like that, and I think that's just a really great way of expanding on the base of booktube. Another person whose creativity in how she does booktube I really enjoy is Nicole from Nicole's Adventures in SFF. Her channel's currently on a bit of a hiatus because she's got a lot of IRL things to deal with. There's just a lot of things that she does that are a little bit outside of the box, and I really enjoy that about her channel. Question 7 is, name a booktuber whose positivity you love. And I'm going to say Jean from Bookish Thoughts. I just love that she not only talks about topics on her channel that a lot of people, including me, avoid, like politics or feminism, but she also reacted to some of the abuse that she got for talking about feminism in this wonderful, excellent, positive way, where someone told her to stop banging her feminist drum and she said, let's talk about it more, not less, and we'll call it the feminist orchestra so we can all bang our feminist drums together. And I just think that's a wonderful way to make something positive out of a terrible amount of negativity that you tend to get if you talk about that kind of topics on the internet. Question 8 is name a booktuber whose honesty you admire. And originally I was gonna talk about Maddie from My Name is Marinas or Thomas from SFF180. Both of them do really great critical reviews, and Maddie in particular always delivers them in this positive, fun way that kind of undercuts the fact that sometimes she's tearing something down, but she's always giving reasons why she's doing it, so it doesn't feel like it's mean. It just feels like it's you know, critical, which is what reviews can be sometimes. And Thomas does the most professional, well-scripted reviews that I've ever seen. I mean, he's just celebrated the 15th anniversary of his review website, so obviously this is something that he's very, very adept at doing, but I watch his videos and I think I've got to raise my game. So originally that's what I thought about for this question, because it's all about how to do a critical review well. For me, that's something that I find really important and that I want to work on my channel. But then I found Rowan's channel, and I'm not quite sure if her channel counts as booktube, but I'm gonna mention it anyway because it's wonderful and everyone should go and subscribe to Rowan Ellis if they haven't yet. Rowan makes this really raw and honest videos about feminism and politics, and particularly LGBTQ plus issues. Her videos are always extremely well researched and reasoned, and they're always a pleasure to watch because she's so incredibly articulate and eloquent. But the courage that it must take to stand up and talk about issues like these on the internet as a woman, and in her case as a member of the LGBT plus community, is just incredible. And I really, really, truly admire that in her videos, because I made a video one time about something vaguely political and it got incredibly nasty. Question 9 is name a booktuber that always makes you laugh, and for me that's Elizabeth from Books and Pieces and Ron from Ron Lit. Both of them are hilarious. Ron hasn't updated her channel for a long time. I hope she comes back because she's hilarious and so smart, and she talks about really cool, interesting literary subjects because she's studying literature, I guess. And of course Elizabeth does wonderful videos in which she'll not only dress up to tell you about the history of sci-fi, but generally take a little break and construct a prop in the middle of the video, because that is just how she rolls. Question 10 is name a super friendly booktuber, someone who's always leaving you comments or replying to yours. There's so many super friendly booktubers in this wonderful community. People who jump to mind are Maya from Maya Reads, Elizabeth from Books and Pieces, Rachel from Kalanadi, and Leah from Leah Books. Question 11 is name a booktuber who's always making you add books to your TBR pile. And again, that is something that is pretty universal in my experience of booktube. But if I had to narrow it down, I'd have to say again Rachel from Kalanadi and Elizabeth from Books and Pieces. Number 12 is name a booktuber who has similar taste in books as you. And again, Rachel from Kalanadi has a pretty similar taste to mine, but a person I've not yet found myself disagreeing with is Ottavio from the Galilean Library. I really, really love his channel. I think he should have way more subs than he has. He's on a bit of a hiatus at the moment also because he's got some life stuff going on, but I do generally really, really love his videos. Question 13 is name a booktuber who has very different taste in books to yours, but you still love their channel. And for me that is Samantha from Thoughts on Tomes. Sam reads mostly young adult and I read mostly adult fiction, but she does still read a whole bunch of sci-fi and fantasy themed things. What I really like about her channel though is her reviewing style. I think she always produces very well thought out reviews. They are critical, but she always says why she likes something or why she doesn't like it. She says when something is exactly in her wheelhouse, so you'll know why she's gushing. Question 14 is name a booktuber who impresses you with the amount of books that they read. Hands down, Catherine from the Android Conundrum. This woman is incredible. She reads so many books. She has talked before about how she's always got her book on her and she's always reading at all times, and I don't feel like I read rarely at all, but she just goes through so many things. Question 15 is give a shout out to someone with fewer than 500 subscribers, someone with more than 10,000, and someone in the middle. First, I'm going to say Maya from Maya Reads. I can't believe that she doesn't have more than 500 subs. I really enjoy watching her channel. I think her videos are really interesting and generally well thought out. She talks about comic books and science fiction novels. She does read a bit of fantasy as well, but she's more focused on sci-fi. Next, I'm going to say Sam from Sam's Nonsense. She had a big milestone recently, which I think might have been her 10K. Finally, I want to mention Katie from Effusions of Wit. I really enjoy her channel. She has a really calming presence, she has this very soothing voice, and she's very measured in the way that she talks. She's also someone who doesn't read a lot of the same books as I do, but I generally really enjoy her insight in the books that she does read. And she's got about 5,000 subs last I checked, so she's about in the middle. So that's it. This was my Booktuber Shoutouts tag. I'm going to sign off really quickly because my camera's about to die, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any recommendations for great booktubers for me in the comment box below. If you'd like to see more from me, you can check the sidebar right here for more videos, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button for more videos from me every week. I've been Claire. Thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.